of evacuation. Beginning of the war, 1939 was the first, when they thought mustard gas was going to be used, and that was the majority. And there was a 1943-4 was the second, when the Germans had invented rockets. Like you see rockets now, but they invented rockets. And they didn't have a plane, they just flew from Belgium, fired from Belgium into England. And that 1943-44 was the second wave of evacuation, but that's when I went. Because I was 3 years of age, my mother went with me. Mothers could go, and they normally did with their younger children. And I was evacuated eventually to Lechlade. You know where Lechlade on the Swindon Road? If you go out through Carterton towards Swindon, it's on the Thames, there's a bridge over the Thames. Well, beyond Lechlade, if you don't go over the Thames, you go to Cirencester, with a village 4 or 5 miles along the road called Fairford, and I was evacuated to Fairford, which is a very small village, with my mother. There's a picture of it there. I was very lucky. I was evacuated to that house, which was a mansion. And you won't know, the lady who owned it was a lady called Mrs. Palmer. And Mrs. Palmer was the wife of the director and owner of Huntley and Palmer's Biscuits, and you wouldn't have heard of them because they were bought out years ago. Huntley and Palmer's Biscuits was the biggest manufacturer in Reading. Reading was built on the money that the workers took and the factories that they had in Reading. There's a Palmer Park named after the Palmers. So I was very lucky. She was a very rich lady. She lived upstairs, and we had a room downstairs with my mother's sister. There's a picture of my cousin and myself in the grounds. So I was very lucky. And we stayed there for, I think, 18 months, 2 years. I've written it down there, so if you want to have a look, by all means. So that was 1943-44. And we came back as the war ended. My father was in London with the fire service, putting out bombs and fires. Right, quick one.
If you don't mind me asking, but why did you have to evacuate?
Well, the first time, as I said, it was mustard gas and bombs, and they wanted to save children. The government decided at the time, well, we get children out because they get injured, we'd be overwhelmed in the wasn't a national health then, it was just a health service.
Where were you living, Mr. Jackson?
I was living in South London, near the docks. My mother's a Cockney, and my father was a Cockney. South London. But they, hard workers, and they lived there. But of course, the Germans were bombing the docks because that's where all the supplies came in to keep food and other goods. Yeah.
Did you miss your father?
Well, my father, because he was in England with the fire service, he was home 2 or 3 times a week. But, because he was the age he was, and if you had certain illnesses, you weren't fit enough to go into the army, because it's no good them sending you out to fight in a trench if you're going to become ill within a week. It means they've got to bring you back. So anyone who wasn't graded A fit, they had to do a job. Don't matter who you were, what you had, you did a job to help with the war effort, whether it was the fire service or police or air raid. Well, there's a picture there, air raid wardens, I think. There's 1 or 2 pictures in one of these. And they helped, when a bomb dropped, they went to the house and helped the people who lived there to clear away, to be gone in, look after nobody stole the belongings that were in there. Because maybe I didn't get hold of them all. So everyone had to have a job. And women worked in the factories because the men were out fighting. Everyone had to contribute to the country.
Do you stay in the house when your mother and father are working?
Did I stay in the house?
Yeah, because